Bong bong bong. Oh. Ba-dum, bum, ba-dum, bum, bum. Brr, brr, brr. Cat shit and onions. Gravy. Macarena. 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 Ba-da-bum-bum, ba-da-da-da.
Stream Elements says, Scorpwana is now live. Streaming Star Trek Online, Star Trek Online, Ahead Warp Factor 1. February 26, 2022.
Yes. I'm never gonna fix that. And I ran. What you hiding from? Yay, presents. Nope. 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 Didn't know it locked in like that. It's pretty sweet. Shoot. I'm going to shoot you. Don't shoot until you see the whites of their eyes. It's about time you showed up, Siggy. I'm gonna go backwards. Backwards, sir. Backwards. Oh, bother. Today is a good day for a good day. Nice and quick and slow. Damn. Okay. Even the dinosaurs are confused. Yay! Okay, science report. Let's watch this. Fleet marks 1992, 1902. No, or 92, whatever. Damn it. Okay, 167. Acceleration report. 242. 3. Let's give like about 86. 325 marks. Fleet marks, 400 fleet marks. 75 and 550. Not bad, not bad. Not bad, not bad. Don't you Don't you forget about me. Colonists, of course, yes. Damn it. Damn it, Bobby. Ooh, yeah. Nice. Nice, nice, nice. If I wanted to, I could actually go buy an unlock for Starship trait. But hole still itches first. Gravy. Here. Flying tiger. Snap you like a flying tiger. Dibba-deer, dibba-deer, dibba-deer-dee. Dibba-deer, dibba-deer, dibba-deer-dee. Let's see, we're going for Lucari. This is 21.3. 10.6, 21.3, 21.3 all the way. Doesn't do a damn thing to upgrade that. Just leave it alone. Leave it alone. Leave it alone. The upgrade doesn't do a damn thing for that either. We're no strangers to love.
Cows Kushland says, 07 bro.
07, sir. Hello there. Hello. Hello, 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 hello. Chaos Kushland wins. Fatality. Ooh, how are you? Okie dokie. Let's see. We need to get some discovery marks. And in 35 minutes, that'll be a thing for that. How many more commendation reports do I have? 40, 40, 40, 40, 40, all okay. 91, okay. 28. I technically can go over there and do that again. Balls. Okay, well, first off, let's do the event. Yes, sir, yes, sir. 3 bags are full. Ho ho. The situation is there's more. The situation is grrr. Ruffles have ridges. Ooh, we can do another endeavor. Defeats in Kathy Grant. Oh my god. At least it's only 10. Complete Borg TFO. Not red alert. Any TFOs infected. This may count as with that. Destroy Indian ships and Dyson battle zone. Okay. Alright, okay. Alright. Okay, okay. Yeah.
Scanning the nanite transformer. Gun. Additional data available.
Overflow. Damn it. Damn it, damn it. The hell in a hand basketball. Boom. Yeah. Every time I go to bada bada boo. Dabba dabba doo, yabba dabba doo.
The nanite probes can repair the transformers.
Even though a dabba 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 doo. Leave it dabba doo. We need to move that out of the way. That's not benefiting me at all being there. Put you right there. Out of the way. Out of the way. So please get your ass out of my way. Kaboom!
A probe is closing in on a transformer. Destroy it.
Beard! Destroy it. Destroy it, please. No, destruction is futile. Huh. The worst we can find. We'll have to sit and watch them all as we monitor his mind. Keep in mind, Joel can't control where the music begins or ends, because the music is beginning and ending. Bastards. Because he used those special parts to make his robot friends. Robot roll call, Cambot, Gypsy, Tom Servo, Crow. If you're wondering how he eats and sleeps and other science facts, just repeat to yourself, it's just a show, so I really suggest just relax. Oh, Mystery Science Theater 3000. Let's see, did that count toward that endeavor? Yes, it did. Interesting. Let's do it again. Oh, do it again, mister. I'm in the middle of looking at my endeavor. Wow, you gotta grab me away from that game.
The situation is
Balls. Ball sack from the front to back. Swinging front to back. Can you handle that? Dirty sack. I don't need that. Apollo. Gelong. Where my girls at? Girls at? I throw some more sciencey stuff at all this. Done, you bastard. Frill you. We will add your technological to our thing. We will add. Boom, boom already, son. "49 times." Yes, it was 49 times, and he might be waiting for you. Could be hiding behind that scrap pile. It's just a big cow. I know you really want someone to hold ya. We all got a chicken duck woman thing waiting for us. And every day I worry all day. But was waiting in the bushes of love. 'Cause something's waiting in the bushes for us. 'Cause something's waiting in the bushes of love. And every day I worry all day. But was waiting in the bushes of love. 'Cause something's waiting in the bushes for us. 'Cause something's waiting in the bushes of love. Hold me when I open like a flower. Hold me right. I ain't had in a long time. I think my cooking's awesome. Got a picture in my photo. I'll keep it poppin'. She really loves you honky tonk. She really loves you honky tonk. That's what I said. Waiting for us. Had a chicken head with duck feet, the woman's face too, and it was waiting in the bushes for us. It ripped off your dad's face. He was bleeding something awful. In fact, it was this huge mess. It had to change the boards. Or the floors. It had to change the floors. Floors? See his blood, it drained into the boards and I had to change them. We all got a chicken duck woman thing waiting for us. And every day I worry all day. But was waiting in the bushes of love. 'Cause something's waiting in the bushes for us. Yeah, something's waiting in the bushes of love. Every day I worry all day. But what's waiting in the bushes of love. 'Cause something's waiting in the bushes for us. Something's waiting in the bushes of love. Hey yo, didn't know my daddy didn't take care about me. Moisture farming is all my moisture farming is all my micro binoculars can see. No, the horizon. Damn it, these lyrics in my head that for that song. I'm trying to remember them without looking them up, Pinky. Okay. We can quickly go over to the damn starbase and file those reports again to get some more marks again. Damn it. Hup, hup, hup. Yo, never knew my daddy didn't care a thing about me. Moisture farming is what my the horizon is what my micro binoculars can see. Moisture farming on my life and not a drop spilled. My aunt and uncle double sent some stricken blue milk. My aunt and uncle double sent some sick of blue milk. Then a desert hobo told me we all got a chicken duck woman thing waiting for us. And every day I worry all day about what's waiting in the bushes of love. 'Cause something's waiting in the bushes for us. Yeah, something's waiting in the bushes of love. And every day I worry all day about what's waiting in the bushes of love. 'Cause something's waiting in the bushes for us. Yeah, something's waiting in the bushes of love. Hold me when I open like a flower. Hold me right. Yeah, I ain't had to cook for a girl. Or no, is it bake? Yes, I think it's I ain't had to bake for a girl in a long time. A long time. I think my cooking's awesome. Got a picture in my photo wagon. Haha, keep it poppin'. She really loves to honky tonk. She really loves to honky tonk. That's what I said. Waiting for us. I used to ride across the desert, you know. Used to glide on my speeder and think that I would find what I don't want to find. Waiting for me around the corner. Oh no, no, waiting for us. Development report. Okay, which one of these is actually active? Because I know that thing disappears, it reappears, it slows down, it comes back. Select. There's really nobody for that report. Seriously. Seriously. Damn it, mister. Damn it, mister. I bit my tongue today. What you doing? Okay. Huh?
Arcanoloth says, Undine spanking day high.
Yes. I believe this. What the heck? They're like chirping different. Interesting. Huh. Okay, well, whatever. Yes, it is Undine Day. Boom, 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 boom. And it's in Kethy Day. The other one was two Borg TFOs, and I already did that because of the this. How goes it, yo? It's supposed to be bad weather. Everyone keeps saying it's gonna be bad weather, bad weather, bad weather. Yeah, okay, sure. Okay.
Arcanoloth says, hooray for Borg event.
Yeah.
Infected goes fast.
Yep. 2 Borg TFOs. Complete Borg. Okay. Not red alert. The conduit. I like.
Arcanoloth says, bad weather outside, but I am inside.
Yes, that's the benefit from being indoors. So we've had a lot of people buying crap up and thinking the world's coming to an end or some shit. Oh, it's gonna get bad. Oh, whoa, whoa, whoa. There's salt in the bridges and everything. It's been raining all day. I heard it's gonna get bad. Really? Well, we should hurry up, damn it. I've been told I need to watch Trailer Park Boys. Yeah, one day I'm gonna take that trash out too. Yay. Yea, though I walk through the valley where I
Arcanoloth
harvest
says,
my grain.
not my thing, but you might enjoy it.
Yeah, I have never seen it before. I'm gonna hide inside this Horda. Or not. Or not. And then again, I enjoy weird things sometimes. Run to your owner. Let me know where he's hiding. Yes. Run, Forest, run. Run, Forest. You got this. Yes.
Back to your stations. The bots have returned.
Associate I worked with tonight tried out one of those new Coca-Colas. The space flavored ones. The ingredients are like fruit juice and vegetable juice. And he's safe. Game on. There's old Carl. He came running. Carl Childers. They like them sling blades right there. Don't know. Where are you going with that sack full of wars? Alright then. Carl, you go over there and flank him. Alright then. I reckon I can get over there without him seeing me. I'm gonna work on this here lawnmower. There's these 2 fellers. Water deep. Get it? Yeah? They's relieving themselves, Carl. Get him, Carl. Get him. Get him, Carl. So I figured Carl would be a good engineer, you know, because from Sling Blade he worked on things. Put back together lawnmowers for people. It ain't got no gas in it. We like to eat the frosted cream at lunch usually. I like them French fried potatoes. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Carl. Come on, guys. I need to make them one of those damn things, I guess, too. Can't really, though. I don't have anything to make one with. Oh my gosh, mister. I don't have anything here. The shield. The shield. Tee-hee. Tickle, tickle. Shit. Long week ahead. I need something to watch. Like a movie I haven't seen or something. I keep trying to watch Ancient Aliens, but it's like they keep repeating the same story over and over about stuff, you know. Is it true that ancient aliens did blah 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 blah? Well, so and so, whatever, however big he is, we may know. Oh yeah, okay. It's possible that the aliens came down here, and I'm talking like a moron. That guy, he's on there. Reminds me of Jerry Seinfeld. Who is this guy? Who are all these people? But he kind of talks like he's up talking toward the end of a sentence.
Arcanoloth says, it's possible that my head is a giant melon, and will explode from microwave radiation at any moment.
That could happen. If we touch the sun, according to science, the sun's temperature on its not surface is a whole lot cooler than they thought. Duh. It's hotter around the sun than it is if the surface was solid on the sun. You'd still like melt to a crisp, but still, yeah, it's cooler.
Arcanoloth says, most cable TV makes my brain leak from my ears.
Yeah. I used to have cable TV years ago. Years and years and years ago. When they took it down, because the company went bankrupt or whatever, they took down the line and just left it laying everywhere down like our road. And they had one of these wooden spools. It's kind of like just where they were going to roll it up, but never did. So years went by, no one ever touched this stuff. So I was like, I'm going to roll it up and keep it. So I did. Nobody ever came looking for it. That's been like 25 plus, maybe, no, about 30 something. No, it had been 25-ish years ago. But I don't know what happened to the spool after that. I think I put it somewhere in a shed or whatever and forgot about it. I would go out there and cut a little bit off every time that I would need it in the house for something. Like, when we had Dish Network, I would need to run a second signal, or the same signal just out, or whatever, to the rooms of the house and all that kind of stuff. And, you know.
Arcanoloth says, yeah, cables are cheap, labor to roll trucks to pick up stuff is expensive, so that shit is abandoned.
Yeah, there's copper though, you know, that's what was odd.
Arcanoloth says, scrappers made short work of it, I'm sure.
Hells yeah. Drink it up, drink it up. I ended up giving a lot of it away though over time, just when people would need it for like hooking up an antenna to a TV in their house, and they'd have an antenna on a pole outside, and need it to run from there to in and all that. I mean, I didn't have a problem with that. I had a lot of connectors and all that stuff. I mean, more commendations. I still have enough there too to do something with. Shit, I don't want to have to worry about that crap. But how many marks do they have? Only 12. Someday when you are older, you could be hit by a boulder.
Arcanoloth says, this alt is KDF, or I would team.
Okay. Team for what? What would we team up doing? Huh. Damn, I can't do anything with any of my marks. How am I supposed to get him cool stuff for his ship if I can't, like, go anywhere and do anything?
Arcanoloth says, spot of Dyson for Dill.
Spot Dyson deal. Deal with it, Dyson. Dyson vacuum cleaner for the win. Yes, Dyson's just great for that. I mostly like to get the marks, because later on, in fighting the wrecks and all that, getting all that dilithium. But I've been trying to spread out all the marks stuff and reputation so that if I ever get just marks later, past 5, and I'm in desperate need of dilithium, I could just trade them in, of any kind. So that's what I've been trying to do. Trying. Then you got that Egyptologist guy or whatever he is from Sweden.
Arcanoloth says, T6 repeat on this Gamma recruit, other recruits are in progress.
Gotcha.
Arcanoloth says, time to grind red rocks.
Are you going for a T tier rep for like a certain reason on Gamma first? Like having that first? Is there something you want from it? Any pointers out there? Someday when you are older.
Arcanoloth says, repeat my recruits for something to do.
Gotcha.
Arcanoloth says, the dailies are a good conversion of marks to dill, so might as well.
Yeah, I focus on something for one of them, I think. Damn. Go over there and file reports on these things to get marks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I'm trying to get everybody in Discovery to level 5 on the tier rep. That way I can get Lorca's command codes for everybody. Stop it now. Right. Let's run, yo. Gotta wait, though. Can't run too far. This pathfinding problem is turned into a big problem. Yeah. Yeah. Man, even the NPCs in the game can't do it. They try to walk through the walls now. Someday when you are older, you could be hit by a boulder.
Arcanoloth says, I have had to regroup my officers a few times.
Yeah, it gets annoying. Annoying. Yay, I didn't have to do shit. Lollipop. It's a sweet trip to a candy shop. Run. Man, when the NPCs are in the command and they usually walk down the tunnels and leave out of there, and they're trying to like run through the walls of places, there's a situation. And I don't know why they decided, let's patch the Dyson Sphere all of a sudden and then make something worse. It's like they intentionally create a problem to solve it, to look like the hero or some shit. It's like whenever they tried to fix something before of just the game and it broke Dyson. So they was like, okay, well, we'll fix Dyson. And when they did, they broke the damn door to one of them. You know? Thinking, why? Who was playing with the friggin' door animation in the first place? And that same door animation is like, well, that makes sense then. It's used somewhere else. It's used with Tuvok and that guy whenever you're on the sun station or something like that. Or something to do with that guy in Tuvok in that story mission. Because I've seen the same door animation. Where one part of it kind of hovers wrong instead of retracting. So somebody didn't keyframe it right. And why in the world would they even bother messing with it is the question. Why in the world would they have different animations for the same damn door? It's like they had to make it one that's left and right. One that's like front and back or whatever, you know. If you make just the same animation and turn that son of a bitch on the map to do the same function but that way, I mean, it's not hard. It must be hard for them though. I don't know. I don't know the coding they're using or the, you know, all that stuff, but I mean, I'm sure they probably just have a 3D render of the game
Arcanoloth
somehow.
says, someone at Valve said they found a JPG of a fruit in the data store of Team Fortress 2. They searched, and it's not referenced anywhere in the code. So they removed the JPG, and the game crashes to desktop.
Yeah.
Arcanoloth says, dev is hard.
That fruit was keeping it running. It could have been like it was part of a dataset file type situation, like you know, whenever the game is loaded up, it looks to make sure that the files of certain things are inside the coding or whatever. You know, like hardcore coded in, like a package or something. And if they remove it, then they can't find that in the package, so it just crashes. I could see that happening. Texture is missing. Son of a bitch! The world ended. Earth exploded because a JPEG could not be found. Yesterday, an associate was just, told me when I got there, said, "Hey, there's a gift for you inside of the office." And I said, "A GIF?" And she says, "Yeah." And I said, "A GIF file?"
Arcanoloth says, yeah, but that's the wild part. The JPG file name, its dataset, and its hash are not referenced anywhere, so the check must be masked somehow.
I'm sure if they went really into it, they can figure that out. We just have to dig through the code, grinding that code to find the problem and solving it. Could have been someone's dick move whenever they created it the first time around, like they were about to get fired or something. So like, I'll show all you, and they put it in there, and nobody noticed it until now. I would just like to know, like, how a lot of this is constructed. Is it constructed like the Foundry had it, where it's just a map, it's blank, and you add objectives to it, you add this to it, you add that to it? Or is it kind of like the Halo one, where you have your, what is it, Sapien or something, you load up the map in 3D and can adjust things.
Oh yeah, there is an answer, but that takes time, and nobody is paying you to answer the question why does it work. You are getting paid to make it work, so you get what you pay for. Something that works but nobody really know how it works.
So that's a correct door animation right there. That's correct. That's a good one. I like how it works. It just retracts. It's a simple animation. Dude, I could actually download that animation. I can use Ninja Ripper. Yeah. See? Okay. I had to hold the door open. Madam, thank you very much. I think it's this one here that's got the screw up. The one to the city.
Arcanoloth says, so then things works until they don't, and when they break we have
Yeah.
no idea why, so it's a whole ass investigation every single time.
It's a keyframe issue. You're welcome. That just bothers me. It breaks laws of physics. Okay. I should do that. I should like one day just look at this map somehow.
Arcanoloth says, breaking the laws of physics is what we do for breakfast.
That's right. Bananas have miniature black holes in them. Breaking the laws of physics is after breakfast or during?
Arcanoloth says, I burn and freeze and electrocute people all at once, then I rewind time and do it again. While laughing.
Burn, burn. You rewind it back and nobody remembers. Do 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 do. That does give off a pretty good amount of fleet marks, I should say. I could say, yes indeed. Yes indeedly, I dadly do. I should write like a big like wish list of this game. Please fix, please fix. Dot 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 dot. Putting on the Ritz. Dear Santa, please make Cryptic fix the fucking game. Thank you. Little Joe Pesci. Dear Santa, I was wondering the other day, who are these people? You think I'm funny, huh? I'm a clown, I amuse you? I'm fucking funny, huh? Get the fuck out of here.
Arcanoloth says, if you don't know where to go when House Mokai hits, puttin' on the crits.
Where targs are fit. Where they cook their targs. Where targs take shits. Putting on the Ritz. When I think of that song, I think of Baby Geniuses. Whenever they put the baby's head on top of the dwarf person that was acting during that scene, doing the dance. And just how janky the early CG, I should say, or whatever it was for that. But it did not do right. I mean, no. You don't have a dancing baby. That's not a thing, man. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I average about 7 if I go back and do more of those. That is so wild, man. Wild. Fleet marks. 900. Okay, that's going. No fleet marks. No fleet marks. No. Okay, no. 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 Damn it. Everybody always loads those things up. Hello, salut. Sincevo un hajduk. Citero. You would be the man. Sincevo. Vericida. Hello. Hello. Yeah, we'll go over there to the fleet and do that. Well, I got excited today. Before I went to work, I got on YouTube just to sit and watch some videos while I was putting my socks on and stuff. And, I heard a noise. Sits in a chair. Okay, nice. And I saw one from Life of Boris. I thought, wow,
Arcanoloth
cool.
says, a few fleets in my
Fleet.
armada are upgrading colony, plenty of marks to dump there.
Whoa. Cool. But I saw that Boris had a video, and I thought, okay. And, it was like a video, and like a depressing type of video, because he was ashamed to be a Russian because of the war going on and stuff like that. And that he's like his country's bringing shame to everyone and stuff. And he said he probably won't post any videos for a long time because he just doesn't feel like he should anymore or whatever. And it's really sad. What if Todd was? Oh man, I'm full. I can't do it. You son of a bitches. Okay. All right. Correlate whatever. Abort that shit. Okay. This one right here. Something scoping. Who gives a shit? Okay.
Arcanoloth says, that sucks. I feel bad for them.
Yeah. And he's had some like entertaining content like over the years and stuff, and it's just latest video. It's just a black background with this white you know, caption text or whatever, and it's like he's kind of like breaking down, and you know, just he said he just wanted to bring the culture to the world and stuff, and now everyone's going to look back.
Arcanoloth says, Russia has never really had a stable democratic system, and the people have always suffered as a result.
Yeah, he's, you know, he said he doesn't want to like put out there like just content that will, you know, may come back on him or some I don't know. But and he's talking about like he's got like family in all the countries that's kind of around that area, and some in the Ukraine itself too, and that they're safe and stuff, or at least he thinks they were, and because it was like around where they were at, it's where this like happened or something. The thing that happened. Return to sector. It's just real. It sucked because yeah, over there. Let's have war because we can. Let's bomb them because we can. Because we want this, we want that. Let's just destroy things.
Arcanoloth says, yet. Apparently everyone in Russia thought this was all one big bluff by Putin. Nobody thought he would invade.
Well, he did. Guess we're not going to help do anything about it.
Arcanoloth says, they were behind him when he was bluffing the West, but when he gave the order to shoot other Slavs, they said, what?
Right. And they're like a, you know, sure, different country, but it's the same people, you know, like...
Arcanoloth says, Russian recon platoons have laid down arms because they don't want to kill Ukrainians.
Oh, really? Because a lot of them are their families. Yeah, I mean, that's what I was saying. It's like, even though they're like different countries and stuff,
Arcanoloth says, tanks are on the side of the road, out of fuel after 3 days. Russia is an oil exporter. How do you fuck up your logistics that bad?
Well, have you ever watched those tank videos from Russia? Where everybody's like just driving that instead of a car or whatever?
Arcanoloth says, this is a total shit show, and everyone has a phone in their pocket.
I mean, you got people out there like going full force with the tank and like skidding it across things like a race car. In people's driveways, just sitting there. But yeah, since the country itself or the countries surrounding the area, everyone's like a family. Most of everyone you have there is relatives from everywhere, and a lot of them are looking like, no, 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 we can't do this because this is our family. There's something there he wants, and if he doesn't get it, he's gonna do what he can to get it. They found some alien technology. I don't know.
Arcanoloth says, yeah man, I was in an intel unit attached to a CAV unit. I rubbed shoulders with the motor pool guys and saw how labor-intensive those Abrams were. We got it done though, other countries struggle with this.
Oh, God, I need to go back and get them. Shit. They're stuck at the damn door. Come on. Come on.
Arcanoloth says,
Come on.
Ukrainians want to be European. They used to trade more with Russia 20 years ago, but now they are trading more with Europe, and Putin wants that to stop.
He's getting mad. Hadn't he been like in power for a long damn time over there? Like, who was it was saying that? I don't remember anymore. But like he'll be
Arcanoloth says, so Cold War 2.0.
2.0. Like he'll be in charge or something, then someone else will run and be in charge for so long, and then he'll come back and do it again or something. I don't remember who said that. Okay, there's an invisible vault somewhere right there. We can't find it.
Arcanoloth says, Putin just rewrote their constitution so he can be leader for life, and anyone that could threaten him he sent to the Gulag.
Oh my God. We need Hogan's Heroes to bring it down. Dun, 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 dun,
Arcanoloth
dun, dun.
says, he is in total control of the state apparatus. Imagine if you were president, and also in charge of the legislature and courts.
Oh my goodness. So the only way to for him to exit office completely is like if he dies or something, right? Got old age or if somebody takes him out.
Arcanoloth says, so he could be in the Kremlin banging out lines of meth right now, given the order to fire nukes. Nobody can stop him.
Well, he can give the orders, but people don't have to follow them unless they're afraid enough, or they're just wanting it to happen themselves. Like afraid, oh, if I don't, then this will happen to my family type situation, or they're just like, fuck it, let's just start a war, kind of thing.
Arcanoloth says, everyone that used to be close to him has said he went into total lockdown at the start of COVID and hasn't come out. Nobody talks to him, nobody knows what he is thinking.
This is like the next Hitler.
Arcanoloth says, they said he used to be smarter than this.
Smarter than this? It's like he's just a totally different person now.
Arcanoloth says, yeah, that's the calculus. Can we put the thought into Auden's mind that this could lead to his head on a pike?
And they gotta say, like, dude, this is heading toward Hitler territory. You might wanna... Well, here in Soviet US of A, whereas Boris calls it US and A. I'm not Boris, but Borat. Here we are in US and A.
Arcanoloth says, he's been saying since the 90s that the fall of the Soviet Union was the greatest geopolitical disaster of the 20th century. Leotis_Abnobas says, we talking politics? I'm against whatever you stand for.
So does that mean like he wants the Soviet Union back then?
Arcanoloth says, so when he sees Ukraine elect a comedian for president, and that comedian says we should join the Eurozone, Putin flipped the table.
Literally. No, not so much politics, just, you know, what's going on in Russia thing, in Ukraine. In Soviet United States of America. United States of America. Soviet. I started talking about a dude, Life of Boris guy. You know, he made a final
Arcanoloth
video.
says, yet, he wants to roll back the map. He does not are about communism. Putin is a THUHG employed by oligarchs to protect their pillaged wealth.
Ooh. Could I have, like, let's see that? Nope. Okay, I'm done with that one. Alright, good deal. Good deal, pickle. He's not.
Leodus_Abnobos says, who wouldn't though? Arcanoloth says, but he big mad about the fall of the Berlin Wall, and wants to redraw the map.
He wants to bring it back, huh? Ugh. And I'm just thinking, like, if it ever came down to people wanting to shoot off nukes and stuff, if those people were saying, like, you know, they're the ones that actually have to do the firing of the weapons and stuff, they're like, no, we're not doing this or something, then everybody just not do it, and then they're like, why aren't you doing this? I gave you an order. Can't do it. If only, huh? If only the woodpecker sighs. Bark on the trees was as soft as the skies.
Arcanoloth says, in a world where Putin was not there, we could have the conversation about Russia's security concerns, but this is not the way to start a dialogue.
Yeah, it's like they're playing, was it thermonuclear war type situation from, like, what was that movie with Matthew Broderick or whatever?
Leodus_Abnobos says, Russia was a superpower. They want to be again. Can you blame him for wanting to be top dog again? Arcanoloth says, it's funny though, people were
War
questioning
games,
the
yeah.
relevance of NATO before all this happened. Leodus_Abnobos says, war games.
Yeah. Shall we play a game? Didn't they come out with, like, another one of those?
Arcanoloth says, last year, Europe was bickering over military spending, but now everyone is agreed on the importance of NATO.
NATO. And friends. What is it, world? Shipboard update. I've never really seen that before.
Arcanoloth says, the Soviets hurt millions of people, he is going to hurt a lot of people to bring that back, so yeah, I am laying that on him personally, he gave the order.
Damn. He's the one that, like, told him all to, like, do stuff.
Leodus_Abnobos says, but if it ends with Russia getting to call shots on global scale.
Just imagine.
Leodus_Abnobos says, he will have won.
Like, he will be the ruler of the world. Everybody wants to rule. Hello there, mister. Catchy, cue! Okay. I mean, if they're thinking landmass or whatever is more
Arcanoloth
control.
says, there is way this ends with an increase in Russian power. This unified the Eurozone is taking a harder line in Russian sanctions, and persuaded the Germans to cut their addition to Russian oil and gas.
To imagine if we had, like...
Arcanoloth says, that leaves Putin completely dependent on China as sole buyer, and they will learn that China has no allies, only vassal states.
Like, if it came down to aliens coming down, they're like, okay, well, who's your spokesperson or whatever? Be like, Putin. And he starts talking to him, and then next thing you know, we're like nuked or whatever by aliens. Putin on the Ritz. But the willingness to like
Arcanoloth
actually
says,
fire and kill
haha.
people. You know, like to actually want to start something like that and know that so many people would be casualties of it. I mean, how do you ride that on your conscience, right? Like, I don't understand. I mean, unless that's the whole point, was to like thin a herd or whatever like that. Like COVID already didn't do that for the world. Let's just keep on doing it. Just keep killing and making sure that we get what, no matter what if we get what we want, kind of thing. It's okay. We make more people, yeah.
Arcanoloth says, Putin was a street kid, had a rough childhood before he joined the KGB. Men like that tend to rise to the top during chaotic times. Leotis_Abnobas says, yup. Arcanoloth says, it's a willingness to kill more than the other guy and sleep with one eye open that gets you ahead in some places.
I guess it's time to bring back the Stargate project then. Or Project Stargate. That way we can do mindscaping. I almost watched that movie. Was it last night or more? After this was over, because I installed that IMDb TV app, and it had like that movie, the whatever the hell I just I can't remember. It's got Quaid in it. What's his name? Quaid. Not Randy, but the other guy. His brother. Where they Mindscape or whatever, they can enter people's dreams or something like that and kill them or whatever.
Leotis_Abnobas says, Total Recall.
No, it's what is it? Quaid dude's brother, yeah, Randy Quaid's brother's son is in the Boys show.
Leotis_Abnobas says, Lawnmower Man?
No, I think it's called Mindscape. It's got dude that played Oliver Wendell Douglas in Green Acres in it. He's like the president or something like that. It's like an 80s something.
Leotis_Abnobas says, Inception.
It's like an 80s movie. Dennis Quaid, I think, is the one I'm thinking about. Where agents can go into like someone's mind when they're asleep and.
Leotis_Abnobas says,
Howard
the Duck.
Howard the Duck. Damn it, Howard the Duck. That was a pretty good movie too. I like that. Kind of a freaky good movie though. Had what's his name in there from. He always played villains and stuff.
Leotis_Abnobas says, first MCU movie.
Right? Really? Yes, I totally agree. Because he's been in like other MCU stuff, kind of a few seconds here or there. Howard the Duck.
Leotis_Abnobas says, he is Marvel Char.
Yep. Life is like a hurricane here in Duckburg. Life is like a hurricane. Boink.
Leotis_Abnobas says, DuckTales, loved that show.
I love the original one, not the newest one that they had. which starring, let's see, the newest one has David Tennant, you know, playing the part of Scrooge
Laetus
McDuck.
_Abnobos says, they remade it.
Yes, the cartoon. And Huey, Dewey, and Louie talk normal. They don't have the Donald Duck sound to their
Laetus
voice.
_Abnobos says, a holes.
Yeah, they make fun of Donald's way of talking and all that. I've only watched like maybe 2 episodes of it, ever. But the theme song gets kind of ruined to me too. It's the same song, but they take parts of it out. It's like,
Laetus _Abnobos says, ruin my childhood.
yeah, I know, right? It's like they go DuckTales instead of going wee, they just go thump thump. You know, you're like thump thump. There's no wee. What the fuck? Life is. I mean, I've got the extended version of that song because, you know, they went back and like actually created a real song after that, like full length and with more lyrics and everything. Original guy singing it. Back when DuckTales was hot and everything. Now it seems you're heading for a final curtain.
Arcanoloth says, the thump thump is the balls of the original show they clipped, hitting the floor. Laetus _Abnobos says, I had it on several mixed CDs. Laetus _Abnobos says, LOL.
I always used to think it was something magical when they came out with that. I think it was a DuckTales TV movie, or maybe a movie where, you know, Gizmoduck was introduced. Blathering Blatherskite. Can always remember that. And then like dude's mother could figure out that using a remote control could make the suit come off of him for the TV. Damn. Remember, like, Family Guy had like a little special about, or a little sideway cutout thing, that whatever they do, about Peter jumping in
Laetus _Abnobos
the
says,
money pit.
the witch duck looked like Elvira.
Yes, she did. But Peter like jumps into the coin thing and he goes, that hurts a lot, because he gets out and it's like his bones are broken and he's bruised and got blood all over him. He wanted to do the Scrooge McDuck thing. That didn't work like I thought it would at all, or whatever he said. A lot of the episodes stick out to me from back then. Like when Scrooge is looking for more, he and the other guy that's got money or whatever are, they get their money weighed at this place, but they've got to have the money sent there, and during the transportation of Scrooge's like money bin or whatever, they try to sabotage it and stuff. Or what? Excuse me, sabotage, as Captain Kirk would say, or William Shatner. Sabotage. But it ended up like Scrooge found some more or something out of some sort of ancient city that was levitating or flying around. I don't. The one where they say fleece and it replies back echo pops into my head. Please, echo, echo, echo. Good tunes, man, good tunes.
Laetus _Abnobos says, ha, BRB.
Alrighty. Life is like a hurricane here in Duckburg. Race cars, lasers, aeroplanes. It's a duck plur. Like solving mysteries or rewrite histories. DuckTales, ooh. Every day they're out there making DuckTales, ooh. Tales of daring, do bad, and good luck tales. Do 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 danger, look behind you. There's a stranger out to find you. What to do? Just grab onto some DuckTales. It has such an upbeat sound to it that just stuck in your head. But that's all. That's what cartoons were all about. Those subliminal messages. remember like cartoons that nobody really ever watched, like, you know, Gummy Bears. Gummy bears bouncing here and there and everywhere. High adventure that's beyond repair. They are the gummy bears. Dashing and daring, courageous and caring, faithful and friendly with stories to share. Peter Pan and the Pirates. He-Man and She-Ra and all that good stuff. He-Man. Now, I have not watched Kevin Smith's He-Man, or well, Masters of the Universe. Because everyone said that it sucked, or whatever. There was, like, bad reviews about it. Because He-Man was barely in it. But then again, did it say He-Man and the Masters of the Universe? Or did it just say Masters of the Universe? That's the thing. Because you can't get mad at him if it's just Masters of the Universe. But if it's He-Man and the Masters of the Universe...
Arcanoloth says, the Netflix Masters of the Universe has a neat trailer.
Yeah, if it's Kevin Smith's Masters of the Universe. Because they gave him a lot of grief because He-Man was barely in it. According to them, I have not seen it. I have not even seen like a clip from it or anything. Just maybe steals, you know. Wait, let me get up here. Okay, now they'll come running. Something about being out here in this area. If you get right on this, they cannot see your ass. They can't even see your face. Come on. Come on. Come on. There you go. It's alright. Kevin Smith will fix everything with Clerks 3.
Arcanoloth says, haha, Clerks 3.
Dun, 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 dun. Yeah, I can't wait for it, really. We got a little bit of Clerks 3 at the end of Clerks 2. Because when I think of Clerks, the movie, it's the store, the video store, and Randall and Dante. That's, to me, that's Clerks with the aid of having Jay Silent Bob standing outside the front. You know, that kind of thing. But them inside the store doing shenanigans, that sort of stuff. You know, the whole situation of why Dante had to come to work. And the head Clerks 2, I was like, well, that's pretty cool, you know. They couldn't like have it inside the quickie stop thing or whatever because they like reasons, you know. And so they made it movies or whatever, which still worked out pretty good. It's just it wouldn't have had that Clerks' thing to it, you know, like because I don't think of people working in the fast food as a clerk.
Says, I worked as a gas station clerk. That movie is very close to accurate.
Yeah, because like actually working in that scenario, or like behind a register at one of those versus at a fast food place. You know, even though you know they say fast food's worse than anything on the whole spectrum, or food in general, the food industry of it, but just like that setup of how it was there. Well, yeah, because you know Kevin Smith worked there. I mean, that was like his job was a clerk at that place. So that's kind of how he got his material for it. And you know he wrote Jay as himself, not as Kevin Smith, but Jay as Jason Mewes, because that's how Jason was in real life. So he thought, well, the best person to play the part of Jay is himself. But yeah, he's like he took from true stuff and it was funny. That's what Jeff Foxworth's always said. Best comedy is true stuff. Like the guy checking the milk in the movie Clerks, you know, that's a real thing that does happen, you know. I don't know about somebody like
Leodis_Abnobas says, I had people who used to come in and just hang out for hours.
Yeah. Well, yeah, we got that too, where I'm at.
Arcanoloth says, dunno what it is about food, but yeah, people feel entitled to food and get cranky. Never worked at a convenience shop, but I'd imagine most people just want to get their stuff and leave.
Yeah, that's generally how it is. I mean, it's the small convenience stores and whatnot like that. Other than hoping you don't get robbed, I mean, but nowadays I guess it's different depending on where you are. But just little things that come up, you know, like him not being able to leave the store and then them closing up or something like that temporarily, or having somebody watch it, or not paying attention to the register and accidentally selling the wrong thing to the wrong people or whatever like that, you know, that. And just the whole day of that whole setup is hilarious. You know, like he's like asleep. Like you think, okay, he's had a rough day at work. He went home to go sleep because he knew he would be off the next day. So he just kind of just crashes somewhere. Just so happened to be like in the closet or like right there. Like you just imagine him falling down and just sleeping in the floor right there. And then all of a sudden he gets a phone call about coming in because someone else can't. You know, I'm not even supposed to be here today. Then go in and they've like put gum in the lock, so he has to write that sign. I mean, it's awesome because you can tell to Kevin Smith that has happened to him before while he was working there. And then when they just had two,
Leodis_Abnobas says, AFK client needs me.
Roger that. Roger. 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 But whenever 2 came out, I was excited about it, but it just had a different atmosphere about it, you know. It wasn't the same feel to it. So Clerks 3, I'm hoping, since they're going to go back to the Quick Stop or whatever it's called, Quickie Mart, or I can't really remember. I want to say there's a stop sign, so maybe a stop. I'm hoping that it like kind of gets back to its roots, you know. Like I don't know about the video store. They'll probably have like because everything's on demand now, so it'll probably like shut down because movies and stuff or whatever. Or like a old DVD store, or maybe still VH. I don't know. Of course, Jay and Silent Bob standing outside of it. Got more of a hint of it back in Jay and Silent Bob Reboot, where they were standing outside of a fake one. It was a facade they built for just that movie, so it wasn't the actual movie or the actual building, but it brought a tear to Kevin Smith's face. Because there's behind the scenes. Jason Mewes like he like does the behind the scenes stuff, like carries a camera around and stuff on the film. Why can I not shoot? Am I dead? What the hell? Okay. But yeah, they had like video footage of Kevin Smith kind of getting teary-eyed because of the front of the store there, and he was thinking like memories of whenever he was filming the other one and working there. Because I think it was like he worked there while he was filming it, so he had a set of keys to the place too, or either he worked there before filming and thought that'd be the perfect place, and to shoot it like in chroma color or chrome.
Shadow Ripperx says,
Yeah.
Hi guys, THX for all the I'm past THX so much for all help.
Not well, you're welcome. So you got past that part you were having difficulty at?
Shadow Ripper says, "Yep, I'm happy today."
Nice. Good, 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 good.
Arcanoloth says, "Yeah man, problems have solutions."
And solutions can make more problems.
Arcanoloth says, "If anything isn't clear from that web page, just ask."
Stuff. Yay. Man, I get to work today and they're like, you know, everyone who's there during the day is all kind of like done with their day, and I'm thinking, okay, well, I'm gonna start mine up.
Shadow Ripper says, "THX, I'm now stop ATM my Romulan to finish the KDF recruit."
Oh wow. So you're swapping characters and gonna work on the KDF and finish him off, huh? I'm not motivated to complete my recruits. I have like the what is it? The Jim Hadar Gamma recruit, Delta recruit, now KDF, and I haven't even cared to like finish them. It'd be nice to finish them.
Shadow Ripper says, "I'm never play as Klingon, so is cool ATM."
Cool. Yeah, I never played a Klingon until really this year. I mean, this that I'm playing now is a Klingon. But as far as like actually diving off into the Klingon world and all that, and really just doing the missions and stuff as a Klingon and trying to stay true to like Klingon stuff in the game, this is a first for me too. Golly. Shazam. Let's see. Oh, did I do it already? Oh, yeah, I did. Dude, I wasn't even paying attention. I didn't know I got that far. Okay. Damn, I'm cranking through this pretty quick. Used to, it would be like 2 solid hours of using these
Shadow Ripper
characters.
says, "Maybe is retard question, but have difference between the Klingon TNG and Discovery, cause my is TNG."
Difference between the Klingon TNG and Discovery TNG. Well, I think not really. Just the look of them. But I've not played as a Discovery toon yet. Like, officially. Well, O'Neill is technically a Discovery person.
Arcanoloth says, "Cosmetics. Mechanically they have the same trait."
So what about like story-wise if you start as a Discovery Klingon or something? Is it different than a TNG Klingon? I would think TNG would start at this normal time frame and Discovery would start in the future somehow and they come to the past. I don't know. Or no, the past and then to the future. Damn it, I
Shadow
can't
Ripper
keep up.
says, "THX that I'm asked myself for the traits." Arcanoloth says, "It's the same faction, just your choice of TNG skin or disco skin."
Oh, so they don't have like different stories and stuff then, like to get them started. Okay. So it's just the look of them only then.
Arcanoloth says, "Yeah, it's not like Disco Fed is its own tutorial."
Gotcha. 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 A goat cheese. A goat cheese. That's right. A goat cheese. So, Shadow Ripper Did you choose a weapon type to use or anything? What did you do to help yourself through those missions? What kind of changes did you make to your stuff, your ship?
Shadow Ripperx says, I'm using the ATM 3 dis and 1 torp in the Bird of Prey.
Okay. So disruptors, cannon disruptor, and torpedo? Okay.
Shadow Ripperx says, I'm currently LVL 17.
Wow. On your Klingon? Or your Romulan? Wait, which one was which? The Romulan level 65.
Shadow Ripperx
Okay.
says, yes Klingon.
Okay, and then Klingon level 17. Okay. Alright, I was confused. I get confused easily. I'm confused as to what I'm doing right now, actually. Actually. Okay, did I take that? No, I did not. I did not take that over here. Cancel offer. Go here. 48018. Do. Bum 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 bum. Let's see. Archer. Nice and boring, just like everyone loves it to be.
Shadow Ripperx says, the Bird of Prey the give free this event is not bad after all.
Really? I haven't even used it.
Shadow Ripperx says, kind like she.
Huh. I didn't use it. I left it. I maybe I should have. I mean, or use it to like unlock a ship trade or something. That might be a good idea.
Arcanoloth says, KDF recruit gets Withering Barrage free, can't beat that price.
Withering Barrage. Are Withering Disruptor weapons pretty good? And like maybe space and ground? Because I'm always getting those from the reputation system. I just like trash them every time. I don't know what withering is. Like the wither from Minecraft, maybe.
Arcanoloth says, Withering Barrage is the scatter volley trait, essential if you run cannons.
Okay. Ah, we got somebody already. What? Why the? What? Huh? Okay. Ooh, we're lagging. We're lagging. So you want Withering Barrage? Is the scatter volley trait? Essentially, if you run cannons. So it's good to have.
Arcanoloth says, Withering Disruptors are disruptors. Run them if you need disruptors and like the visuals. Best in slot for dis would be Spiral Waves, but you need a Cedassian ship to buy.
Yeah, I had read about that. I'm not I'm not willing to purchase an actual ship unless tier 6 coupon that I've already used to get that stuff. Alright, where are you at, Trip? Where are you at? Oh, yeah, you're out there, okay. Trip, because he's third. Duh. Please state the nature of the emergency, you little bastard. Robert Picardo. He's making a face at me. Don't worry, I have this. Yes, I did it. Yes. I said I did it. Did you hear me, lady? I did it. Okay, who can I shoot? There we go. Enemy targets on sensors.
Shadow Ripperx says, Romulan have few ship in this game and Klingon have more that Romulan but not many as Starfleet.
Yeah. Well, when the game first started up, it was mostly just Starfleet only. You know, then they started adding like Klingon stuff. And then, you know, eventually just kind of kept getting more and more people or more factions or whatever in. From what I can understand. I mean, I wasn't here for the beginning of it, so. But yeah, they upped the Klingon of the game and slowly started adding more Romulan stuff, and they still don't have like really any like Ferengi stuff, you know, and all that, or really
Shadow
Cardassian.
Ripperx says, ATM I'm not play as Dominion.
Ah. But yeah, they have you know, the Jim Hadar Dominion story stuff.
Arcanoloth says, Fed has more stuff by virtue of being the focus of the shows. Unlocking all ships for everyone made sense given the business model of the game.
Ah. Baho. Woo. Ah, crap. Oh my goodness. Goodness gracious. What the hell with the lag all of a sudden? Malcolm in the middle. Malcolm in the middle. Yeah.
Shadow Ripperx says, NC have more PPL in Fed than the other faction.
Yes. A whole lot more people play Federation. I have more Federation characters than I do any of the others. And that's why I just now actually have a real true-to-life Klingon that I had just started this past
Shadow Ripperx
time.
says, I'm never like Starfleet much.
Oh.
Arcanoloth says, majority of player base has always been Fed yet, and after Fed it's mostly ROM.
What one do you like that is not Starfleet? You mean like in the shows and movies?
Shadow Ripperx says, in movie Klingon.
Ah. Nice. Yeah, I think when it like first starts out, the factions matter, like what it is, Klingon or Fed, but once you get to more of an end-game setup, it doesn't matter
I'm
really
RTS
anymore.
game Romulan.
Oh my goodness. Trip!
Shadow Ripperx says, like Star Trek Armada 1 or 2.
Aha! Malcolm! 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 Help! Malcolm! Malcolm! Where the hell are you? You little bastard. They've already sent it back. You son of a bitch. Oh, God. Seriously? We couldn't, like, spawn right there? My goodness. Alright. Okay. Well, alright. I didn't plan on the general being over there. Who got its attention, I wonder? Was it me? Damn you, frost boots. Yeah, goodness gracious. I think. In a day or two. Well, we're gonna get over there and we're gonna beat the hell out of them by myself. Or nope, we're gonna have to kill him first because he spotted
Shadow
me.
Ripperx says, I'm play too much my childhood Star Trek Keegan Academy.
Klingon Academy. God. Come on, Archer. Come on, Archer. I think that lag caught him a while ago, and that's why he's there. What the hell? Oh yeah, I don't have my gorilla armor still. What in the world? Traits off or something? Okay, no, they're still there. Oh God, I've never. Okay, I'm getting killed by General Aknar Fulmar, whoever this.
Shadow Ripperx says, is the same as Starfleet Command but more fun.
Ah. Well, are you liking Star Trek Online? Why is he dying so damn? Oh my God, real seriously? Oh, because it got taken over. Yep.
Arcanoloth says, Spike is cold-blooded ass.
Spike his ass. I need to get that trait.
Shadow Ripperx says, my personal opinion is good mo.
Yeah, it's not bad. It's just it's unfinished. It's a not finished game, in my opinion. All right, we need to get this back so that we can spawn here. I feel like I'm missing something that I used to have, and I think it was right there because of my
Shadow Ripperx
armor.
says, but very complex sometimes.
Yes, they've
Arcanoloth
yeah.
says, this ground build is hilarious. I want to watch this struggle.
You making fun of my ground build? Okay, where the fuck you go? There your ass is. Well, I usually have my gorilla armor.
Leodis_Abnoboss says, it's different. Shadow Ripperx says, craft system and duty officers, I'm confused about this too. Arcanoloth says, ha with the lunge module.
Lunge module. Do I not? What do I have anyway? Okay, it's not going to show me because reasons. Call for help. Trip. Trip. What the hell, man? What the hell? Serious? Why?
Arcanoloth says, R&D, get Shoals to LVL 15 for personal traits with the 20-hour missions, then worry about IHUD later. Arcanoloth says, I would not check build in combat, check in HQ. Leodis_Abnoboss says, trips to busy guest starring in Stargate Atlantis.
Right. Yep. It's so true. I shot you. What the hell? What in the? He just regenerated his health all the way to 100% again. What the hell? Call for help. Okay, call for help. Malcolm, call for. Okay, he tried at least. That's all that matters. This is insane. I've never had this much trouble with these guys. Oh yeah, well take this. Well, never mind. He's busy.
Leodis_Abnoboss says, your traits unequip.
That's what I thought at first. Now, what was so damn different about that? I'd called the security escorts, but yeah, that worked all of a sudden. That's what I looked at, because, you know, sometimes they will disappear. But my traits are there. Stuff that I've been using. That every time that I've defeated him with, I mean...
Leodis_Abnoboss says,
That's why I swear the difficulty level of this map just changes. I don't know that since I have it on advanced for missions...
Leodis_Abnoboss says, sucks to suck.
Yeah.
LOL.
Yes, that's true. I do suck. That's true. But, I don't know that putting it on mission difficulty would change the individual map of it or whatever. It's like none of my stuff was actually doing any damage. I mean, just a second ago. I was shooting one of the Voth, you know.
Leodis_Abnoboss says, shouldn't change Dyson. Arcanoloth says, personal difficulty does not affect Bat Lessons.
Gotcha.
It's a normal mode LVL 50 zone.
That's what I thought, yeah.
Arcanoloth says, something is just wrong with Arhuser's build.
It's called the person playing him. That's what's wrong with the build. But I haven't changed anything. Everything I've had has been working for his ground build. The only thing that has changed is those run things, and they're not maxed out or anything. Like the disco shield and armor. Disco shield and fucking shit. Okay, yeah. Well, yeah, I got the armor all the way up. Okay, hostile shields all the way up, so everything's up on that, making for the run part. One thing that has changed that was real beneficial was the gorilla armor for Terran that allows you to be immune for 8 seconds, but other than that,
says, I'd give it a once over, standing in HQ so you don't get shot.
Right? And you know, this is one of the useless things, kicking your weapon over there and then having nothing. What the fuck? Call for help. Generator is repairing. They're going to repair it before I get any help over here. That's for damn sure. See, it goes so fast at the end there. He's going to have it bouncing back by the end. I know it. Because it'll just go brrrt. I'm just going to watch it. Here it goes. See it stop? And then reverse. There it is.
Says, relying on the Terran armor is a crutch. If the build cannot spike the mini-bosses before they fire their orbital strike, that's a low damage output issue.
Now all of a sudden I'm like 19 frames a second. I don't get it. I don't get it.
Arcanoloth says, I could see taking some resists in Sompek, but here we want speed and then just enough DMG to clear trash.
Yes. But the game, something was lagging, and then the difficulty increased. And then that happened. Okay, there's another one somewhere.
Judas D. Cott says, Joe, that's too high.
Joe, that's too high, man. You want to get lower, man. Hey, Judas. Get rid of all the bullshit. There we go. This was doing pretty good.
Says, the lag is real yet. Sometimes you eat it because lag and nothing you can do.
I know. I know it's not my connection, so it's the game. I mean, and all of a sudden now I'm low again here. I'm not charging right. Weird. What the hell? Okay. Alright, take care of everybody first. Bring in some extra guys, people, things. Fire, damn it. Oh yeah, I have the auto off. Turn it back on, damn it. I have him restricted to just this weapon because, you know, Archer uses this weapon, so I want to keep him at that. I want to give it to Malcolm and all them too, even though I know they just throw it away, but I think it's hilarious that they'll use it that way. You're what? Okay, it's yellow because of reasons. Okay, who's got like the mycelial thing? Who's got that? Nobody has it. Why? What happened? Why is that? I don't get it. Is it something to do?
Says, hilarious weapon yet. I would look at more ADS for kit modules that fit the theme. Arcanoloth says, maybe some temporal stuff.
Gotta watch these guys though. They get crafty. They'll go invisible and like run around the back of this thing, capturing that, and you won't even know they're doing it. Came back to life, you bastard. Yay! Okay, Malcolm, where are you? Oh, okay. That's different. Usually they don't care to help each other, but now they do. I don't understand sometimes.
Leatus_Abnoba says, get a Ziggy kit module and swap out Malcolm for Al.
Sam Ziggy says that you're gonna have to shoot the guy there. You're gonna have to shoot him. Whoa. But Al, I can't do that. I'm not a murderer. Ziggy says that's what the time thing says. You gotta go in there, you gotta shoot his ass.
Leatus_Abnoba says, oops, wrong show, smiling face with smiling eyes.
Nah, that's the same show. I mean, that's what Enterprise was, is Sam Beckett leaping into Jonathan Archer. You know, oh boy. Dun, 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 dun. Captain, what do you want us to do? Captain. 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 Oh boy. Dun, 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 dun. Okay, I got a shot or something like that. I should probably get credit for that. I'm running off. See y'all later.
Leatus_Abnoba says, oh, that makes sense now. Al was Daniels 30 years later.
Right. Exactly. See, it's like a circle. It makes a lot of sense now. Okay, let me get this junk right here done really quick, like on a breeze. 'Cause I'm trying to get everything up for that. Okay, and then these, because my obsessive compulsiveness. There we go. I wish there was a collect all button. And it's true too that Trip and Malcolm do not have the best weapons. They just have something temporarily until I can afford to get them some weapons. But I thought, you know, Malcolm should have a Section 31 weapon because, you know, he's part of it. Alright, let's look at this junk. I have battle strategies for Archer. This thing everybody else is using, Temporal Hack. Mud's time device, which I barely ever use. Motion accelerator to run, and some peck lightning. And I swear I had something right there. But now it's not there. What the hell? I swear I did, but I probably didn't.
Arcanoloth says, Battle Strats is filler, needs replacement.
Botox injection. Botox. Death spinner throw.
Arcanoloth says, you need an ambush to pump up the lightning, and another spike DMG module.
I need
Leatus_Abnoba says, click on the empty slot.
Yeah.
Arcanoloth says, hack needs replacement.
Heck, that's right. We gave it to him. This needs a replacement because this is no good, really. We gave battle strategy to him because he was battle strategies guy. And I do like the mind meld device. I just wish that you didn't have to click back and forth between them to use them. What was it? I was just doing something and I forgot what it was. I was saying something.
Says, it's low DMG. There are better options.
This thing? The temporal hack? Well, it was free too. What was something else? Let's go to skill
Arcanoloth
here.
says, Battle Strats is a weak buff. There are better buffs, like ambush, motivation.
What was that called? It's a ground thing. Okay. Graviton Spike. That's what I have on my main character as a module. Like right up in here with on my main character, and I use that a lot, and it helps out. Can I make
Arcanoloth says, Grav Spike is good. Summer store.
Summer
Arcanoloth
store.
says, up to you if you wanna spend.
That's right. I hate spending my stuff. I mean, I've already given away like what, 8 stacks of Lowlinet so far this past year.
Arcanoloth says, I would get /craft an ambush. Upgrade to MARK15.
It's a module for only level 10. Dude, I need to be doing this shit right here.
Arcanoloth says, then price check motivation. Let me look up some stuff.
Let me looking up stuff. Look up stuff. Quartermaster. I don't have any quartermasters. What the hell? I need to go over to Starfleet ESD or something. Somewhere. No, Academy. Yeah.
Hey! There's gonna be a meeting between your
Leatus
ass and the palm of
_Abnobah
my
says,
hand!
tack
If you
tunes
don't
are so
get
weird.
off the shed! Now get off the
Arcanoloth
shed!
says, okay, I'm going to toss out ideas and if they do not fit theme, ignore.
Places you want to ignore. No, I'm not. No, don't.
Arcanoloth says, Agony Field Generator, exchange.
Sex change.
Arcanoloth says, Echo Papa Drone, exchange.
You a drone?
Arcanoloth says, Ambush Turret, exchange. Arcanoloth says, Chain Conduit, exchange.
I hit it. You hear that? Enterprise. Ambush turret, maybe? I don't know.
Arcanoloth
Gotta
says,
fit with Enterprise.
Ambush,
Damn it,
exchange,
wrong place.
crafted. Arcanoloth says, Motivation, exchange. Arcanoloth says, Trajectory Bending, exchange.
Trajectory bending. Is that the
Streamlabs says, hate what you see? Please consider unfollowing and not renewing a subscription.
for damn right, yeah.
Arcanoloth says, so you have some buff options and some direct damage options.
How much room do I have in my roster? Damn, I'm at 100. Why isn't there any like
Streamlabs says, at Scorpwana are you about to be done?
You don't give up, do you, Streamlabs? I do have quartermasters, but they're busy. Son of a bitch. Okay.
Judas D. Cott says, LOL.
Swear. Streamlabs, you little bastard. Introduce research, whatever.
Arcanoloth says, you can load up on direct damage and never fire your weapon, but if you'd like to use the pistol, buffs will pump that up.
Bump it up. Bump it up. Bump it up. Get some modules for 400, Alex. It requires a quartermaster. I have quartermaster. You said ambush, Overwatch, stun grenade, suppressing fire, sweeping strikes, stealth, smoke grenade, rally cry. What is this? It doesn't ever tells me things. Lunge. I got a arena. Is that me?
Says, need me to log on and craft an ambush? They should be cheap on exchange.
Nah. Visit and be satisfied to additionally the slots for a total of 23. Buy 3 additional duty assignment slots for a total of 20. Really? Buy 3 additional? Nah, I can craft it. I mean, my main character can craft any damn thing. It's just whenever I jump off of this and go to my main one, I don't want to come back.
Says, Rally Cry has a 2-minute CD. I cannot wreck it in the current game. We have better options that do not go on a 2-minute CD.
2-minute cooldown, be like, okay, wait, y'all, 2 minutes, alright. I mean, if I've already got like a quartermaster, why the hell can't a quartermaster do something then? The hell's a quartermaster do? They're just okay. They're busy. Okay, I need to find one that's not doing
Stream
something.
Elements says, for a list of chat commands type, commands without quotes. This will trigger 3 bots to talk over each other spamming the channel with information.
Okay, let me see if one of my
Arcana
quartermasters are
Loth
busy.
says, yeah, hold on.
Grabs hold of self. Not there. I really wish you would tell me who these people are. Kits and modules. I never think about the kit stuff. I always just have it set for certain things and that's it. Yeah, I don't have like the stuff really here to do that. Fuck. Okay. Change character. Visit the shuttle embassy. 83K coming in hot, as you would say,
Arcana
Judas.
Loth says, R&D DOFs are special, you have to look them up and go buy them, they are not listed in game.
So they're not the same as the quartermasters that are just there. Okay. I should have one as
Arcana Loth
myself.
says, not on Stow right now, loading.
You don't have to load up, dude. It's not an important thing. None of what I'm doing is important, so there's really no need. Kit module passive. Why passive? Just do the damn job.
Arcana Loth says, ETA a special DOF with the R&D school property.
Let's see. Tactical kit module passive
Arcana Loth says,
versus.
yeah man, none of this is important, just something to do.
Right. I don't have.
OXNYX053 says, I get a 79.3 second cooldown on Rally Cry. OXNYX053 says, sure.
Why don't I have an R&D for kits and modules?
Arcana Loth says, I would just walk to the exchange and price check all of this stuff, most the crafted stuff is garbage. Leodis_Abnoba says, need more pets and turrets.
Turret. I'm kidding. Passive, ever watchful, passive persistence compression. What in the world? I've never really looked through all this. Kits and modules. Tactical kit module. Okay. This okay. Just curious.
Arcana Loth says, at Oxnix053 have you seen the current ground meta? I'm not suggesting meta, but we oath so many options with on min CD, you know what I'm saying.
Yeah, man, I'm saying, no, man. Duration 5 hours.
Leodis_Abnoba says, I load nothing but pets and turrets, because I am lazy. Arcana
Pets.
Loth says, at Leodis_Abnoba can confirm this is fun.
Pets. My
Arcana
targ
Loth
never
says,
showed up.
yeah man, just check the exchange.
Let me go back to Archer. I'm curious as to one thing. My dudes didn't show up. My what are they called? The pets, the combat pets that I have. I didn't see them show up during that. I could have sworn that I had Malcolm set to call them. Yeah, he's got all 3. And nothing ever happened. Because usually this dude pops in like all the damn time, no matter what. Targ comes in whenever he's like under fire. It always hovers around me. But I didn't see it.
Leodis_Abnoba says, Mobby, that's your problem.
Well, yeah, they've always worked anyway, but still, this is Dyson, so something's broken.
Leodis_Abnoba says, not enough red shirts.
That's right, not enough red shirts. That's what they need right here.
Arcana
red
Loth
shirts.
says, if some of these modules are too pricey, cheapest change you could make would be training the 2 officers in spec abilities.
Spec abilities. I could have sworn I already had him set for one too. I've got so many damn characters in this game, I can't keep track of all of them.
Arcana Loth says, pets don't do much damage, but they are fun to confuse the enemy as you murder them.
That's what I use them for, actually. And he'll call like all three of them up, and they'll just be running around doing stuff, making everybody shoot stuff while I'm shooting the actual enemy. That's the whole point. That's why I use the Kobayashi Maru all the time, like in space battles. I call it up and
Arcanoloth
just let them
says,
get shot.
I do not personally keep spreadsheets, but I understand why some people do. Leotis_Abnobot says, that would be awesome. A kit module that summons red shirts. They die horribly after 30 seconds.
They accidentally die. All of a sudden, a Jeffries tube like just materializes out of nowhere, and this one like crawls up into it, and then he's hanging upside down dead.
Leotis_Abnobot says, I would pay Zen for that shit.
Right?
Leotis_Abnobot says, exactly.
Or one of them like, say like a little bush appear in front of them. They go over there and they check it and they taste it or whatever, and they just fall over dead. It's like, oh shit! Now I got the red shirts. Oh god. Can't upgrade that. That can't ever be upgraded.
Leotis_Abnobot says, beam from sky poof.
Right? You could just think of that comedy from all that. the hilarity of it all. Physical damage, death, spin, or throw. Is that thing on you put down on the ground and they kick it and it spins or some shit? Toxin injection, negative run speed. I don't want negative run speed.
Arcanoloth says, yeah, you need an ambush module and maybe one more buff module, Zek.
Bush. Ambush. You better not be making one, that's for damn sure. I don't want that. I don't want you to have to make it because that's like 5 hours, but then I know you're not going to take 5 hours because you're impatient like myself. So you would probably use dilithium to speed up the process and waste your own dilithium, and I don't want that. I don't want you to do that. Because it's not really that much of an issue. But yeah. Okay. Yeah. Ambush tactical. Australian for beer.
Leotis_Abnobot says, oh my god. I forgot to bring monsters to work. I hate my life.
You'll hate your life. $10,000 for ambush.
Arcanoloth says, fuck waiting. Let other plebs hold my shit on the exchange until I am ready to buy it.
Okay, well I'm gonna get like ambush on here. How much do I have? Just cause I am. Yeah, 25 million. I'm good on Archer because I had sold one of those things earlier, like way early, like years ago or something. Let me get the cheapest one.
Arcanoloth says, 0 any moment, mail is jammed.
Oh my god, you're gonna mail it to me, aren't you? Dude. You look at Archie as like your baby too, don't you? Because you was there from his birth. He still has his tier 1 ship. There's a drunk Jim Hadar. I heard the noise.
Arcanoloth says, yeah, I wanna see this.
You seriously like... How much do you want for... I'm gonna send you some money. Energy credit money, not real money, but... Oh, I was going to say it's not gonna load up. Damn. 271.6 bonus all damage for 15 seconds.
Arcanoloth says, sure, feel free.
How much you want for that right there? You name it, I'll give it to you. Because Archer has 25,441,099 energy credits. If you want all that for that, I will send it to you.
Arcanoloth says, yeah, so the ambush buff clears when you fire your weapon. You can hit direct DM Geemkills all day though. Leotis_Abnobos says, 1 billion EC.
Yeah. Or.
Scorpwana says, 2 billion Argentine pesos. Arcanoloth says, exchange rate for those is 6 to 7 mil EC.
Is that what you want?
Leotis_Abnobos says, 2 strips of latinum.
If only we could trade latinum like that.
Arcanoloth says, ahaha.
Okay, what about like, okay, Much Time Device. I've never upgraded Much Time Device. Well, I've never really hardly ever used it either, so I never think about using it. That's my problem, I guess. Battle strategies, bonus damage, buff removal, bonus all damage for that.
Arcanoloth says, I will accept any and all donations to the Make Arc Space Rich Fund.
You just tell me how much
Arcanoloth
exactly.
says, Mud's Time Device does not do anything on upgrade, so leave it.
Okay. So you said you need to get rid of Temporal Hack. Electrical damage. 12 electrical damage is not really that much damage anyway. Yeah, so we can get rid of that. That's not a lot. I mean, it's not like some peck. 697. Physical damage. 909 physical damage. 50% shield penetration. Death Spinner Throw. I don't even know where I got that from. Biotoxin injection.
Arcanoloth says, motivation is 20 mil, so you could buy it, but there goes the budget.
Yeah. Coordinated efforts. Expose. I don't see any benefit out of that one.
Arcanoloth says, does Archer have the temporal spec tree maxed out?
Temporal specs. Temporal spec tree? This? I don't know where that is. Traits. Reputation. Temporal defense, if that's what you mean, is tier 6. He has stuff.
Leotis_Abnobos says, skill. Specialization. Arcanoloth says, skills specialization temporal.
Nobody's got 13 I can use for it. It's a lot of it's space over here. Inevitability. Uncertainty. Uncertainty. What am I going toward? Continuity. Casual.
Leotis_Abnobos says, those points unlocks modules you can use. Arcanoloth says, okay, so if this is a ground character, you want temporal primary for ground.
Okay, so I need to do like that. I want to keep him at this for the second because of the whole forward march thing.
Gives Caperf passive and unlocks temporal modules.
Yeah, I've got all this maxed out on my main character and do use it from time to time on there for random stuff, but for individual use, I mean, forward march gives him like 5% increased sprint speed, so that's why I have that as active secondary. But temporal, I've not even like thought about coming over here and maxing these out. So what am I going for exactly? Like
Arcanoloth says, Commando secondary gives some neat buffs, but you can lose it for command secondary for the run speed.
Yeah, that's the only reason I have that. I mean, let me look through all these. See, I haven't done a damn thing with getting these like toward level except for this one.
But yet, max out temporal as much as you can. Grab all the ground nodes.
Guess it doesn't matter on that one.
Leotis_Abnobos says, Ba pilot main and straight just second for ground.
Pilot? Pilate? We've already got Travis from
says,
private.
haha. Leotis_Abnobos says, LOL.
Windfire. Chirp, 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 chirp. Modular momentum. I like the word momentum.
Arcanoloth says, they are miming, cause pilot and STRAT is all space. Leodis_Abnoba says, those are the only two that don't do anything for ground.
Space, space, space. Space, space, space. I'm okay, I've maxed out ground for this. Boink.
Arcanoloth says, so when Archer is on Dyson ground, keep him on temporal primary, and fill it out as you get PTS. Leodis_Abnoba says, I was joshing you.
Yes, I know that
says,
pilot
then check
is
the DIL store, look under temporal kit modules.
the deal store. Really? There's like stuff here? I never think to get anything here. See, I never use any of this stuff. The only thing I ever do is like go to special and get the prize thing. I mean, I never think about any of this. Incursion, spread decay, tachyons.
Arcanoloth says, we want the Mark 12 purples, but you may need to spend more points, they are locked behind your spec tree. Arcanoloth says, so I'd wait on that for now.
Really, they're locked here.
Leodis_Abnoba says, I use uni modules I have collected over the years. I don't use those either.
I mean, I could always just upgrade those.
Arcanoloth says, plenty of other options.
Optinos? I mean, yeah, I've never even thought about using these. Cause casual entanglement. Causal, is it causal or casual?
Arcanoloth says, still some great options in there, but specialist modules are not upgradable.
So these are not upgradable? Well, that sucks. I wonder how many people that pissed off to learn that you couldn't do that. In a day or two. So I've got to max out temporal to do that. I didn't know that was a thing. Like, now I do. But I didn't know you had to, like, you max all this out to unlock stuff in there. I mean, if that's the case...
Arcanoloth says, yes, so you finish your temp tree, then buy purple.
If I were to go under my other character and buy that, is it character bind on equip? So no matter what, yeah.
Arcanoloth says, current upgrade system was added after Delta Rising and that content yet. Leodis_Abnoba says, look at command mod.
Command?
Arcanoloth says, but plenty of other options.
Hammer and anvil. Return fire. Sanctuary. Strategically Xenilla Sally assist. Timely intervention. Neat. I have never looked through any of that shit. Hanger pads. Yeah, let me spin some hanger pads.
Arcanoloth says, you already have Sompek lightning. Want to shoot more electricity?
Sompek lightning is very, very frightening me. Nah, Sompek's good. For just whatever.
Leodis_Abnoba says, yeah, do ball lightning.
That's the cheat.
Leodis_Abnoba says, you like that, right?
No.
Leodis_Abnoba says, LOL.
That is like such a cheap method of like winning. I don't like that. I do like the firefight.
Arcanoloth says, if so, chain conduit capacitor, low cooldown.
Chain something.
Arcanoloth says, Sompek is good spike but has a longer CD.
Yes. I like Sompek was free for some reason. Somehow. I forget how. This is not even The Reclaim and EV Suits has a bigger gap in between than the rest of them. They didn't plan that out too well. Okay. So, causal entanglement? Must spend at least 27 points in the temporal option. It says it right there. Dumbass. I'm a dumbass. Hello, everybody.
Arcanoloth says, if you would like to buff Archer's pistol, search exchange for motivation and trajectory bending.
Trajectory
Arcanoloth
bending.
says, I'm tapped out on EC.
You didn't buy that, did you, and give it to me through mail? Dude, if you did that, I am going to send you, like, energy. How much did you pay for that? For that? Exactly. What did you pay for that? Can you mail energy credits? Sucks.
Laetus _Abnoba says, look it up on exchange if he won't tell you. Arcanoloth says, nah man, I'm tapped out for my stuff. I just tossed a few Phoenix upgrades on a Mark II ambush. It was like 200k EC and then the dill for the Phoenix.
Oh, so did you... You know, I've noticed about a lot of stuff too in this game. Like if you have something low that's already in one of your characters, you put it in here, whatever. You upgrade it, then all of a sudden you can throw it back out there on the exchange sometimes.
Arcanoloth says, I told him already, an unbound MARK-15 ambush goes for 5 to 8 mil on exchange.
Is that... Okay. Is that how much I need to give? What is this? I thought maybe that was Jewel from Farscape. Okay. Is that how much I need to give to you? Where are you at? Apparently you can't send it through that way.
Arcanoloth says, yeah, people want stuff now and will pay to not have to spend their own dill.
I don't mind spending dilithium on it. I mean, hell, I got like a buildup of it over here. I got a backlog, all that shit right there. 500. This right here is the what I'm gonna just use until this is done, ready. I got a bunch of damn people in there.
Arcanoloth says, haha yet, we are the grinders. Arcanoloth says, SEC.
Second motivation, you say? Motivation, you say? Motivation, senor. Tactical module. Damn it, somebody's already got that thing maxed out.
Arcanoloth says, swapping to my crafter, she is on ESD.
Let's see. Team crit buff heal on crit up to 30k heal. Buff expires something.
Arcanoloth says, yes, so people like motivation because it has a useful interact with MUDs.
MUD's time device? That thing just... Oh, which one is it? It's just like you sit there and then you die and you just come back. I mean, that's all it does. Phew. Current map.
Arcanoloth says, so the motivation buff applies several times to team, and MUDs counts each stack as an activation, so it spams the MUD CD reduction on everything so all your stuff resets.
Falls and...
Arcanoloth says, if not using motivation, can probably drop MUDs for other stuff.
MUD.
Arcanoloth says, when we first found out about MUD's motivation, people thought it was a bug. Nope. Working as intended.
About like the moving around thing, like when you die and you come back. It's like he goes back in time or something temporarily to an earlier stage of before he died. Oh my God, it's full. Damn it! It's damn it! These fools in your air.
Arcanoloth says, the interaction where activating MUDs, then motivation, will instantly cool down all your other kit modules. It feels like an exploit, but Cryptic said that's working.
Oh well. So it's one of those you can't get banned for kind of situation. Oh my God, seriously, this thing. Okay, dude, he's lost his legs, this guy. What the hell? Okay, alright, okay. Let's see. Aha!
Arcanoloth says, please donate to the Veterans of Dominion War Fund. Laetus_Abnoba says, damn Vietnam War vet there. LT Dan. Arcanoloth says, help this Jem'Hadar find his legs in this freak transporter accident.
That didn't work, right? Yeah, okay. Cure. Right? Oh man, he's left. The legless Jem'Hadar. And then when you have the table here, you can walk through. That's why I said this game is broken. Okay. So motivation, cooldown, kit mod. Okay. So you said motivation. It's worth having.
Laetus_Abnoba says, he couldn't have gone far. No legs.
But he's got hands.
Arcanoloth says, THX, glad to help.
Okay, I think what I'm gonna do then for motivation
Laetus_Abnoba says, LOL.
is try to probably have it crafted because I can't get it out of the exchange. I'm just curious. I guess I have to have a quartermaster R&D, right, to still do that for this one. Just curious. Motivation.
Arcanoloth says,
It's one of those,
so
isn't
with the
it?
elite upgrade, you can spend 2 slots on MUDs and motivation, and have 4 others you can spam. Arcanoloth says, motivation is lockbox, so you grind out the EC and buy from exchange.
Mother. Okay. Ew. Shite my pants, I did. I shite my pants. Okay. So, I'm not gonna do that.
Arcanoloth says, until then, price check trajectory bending.
Should I upgrade like trajectory? Okay. Upgrade battle strategies. Trajectory bending. That's like a fight, right? The old fight, right, brothers? Really? Just one? Critical severity for 10 seconds. All weapon attacks. Hell yeah. You made a purchase. Congratulations. The purchase is all mine.
Arcanoloth says, I would leave Battle Strats alone until we find a replacement, so many options that have been added in the last few years.
What does upgrade do for that? What is it at? It's at maximum quality, so 97 no matter what. 102, okay. So it does go up at least.
Arcanoloth says, do we prefer direct damage options, or weapon buffs?
I don't know what the difference is in all that. Direct damage or weapon. I'd like my weapon to kill people. And I would like it to damage them when they get killed.
Leodis_Abnobos says, grenades.
But did Archer ever use...
Leodis_Abnobos says, or buffs.
Did Archer ever use grenades? That's the question. So it would probably have to be a buff then. If that... Okay. Alright.
Arcanoloth says, direct damage, I click it, enemy dies. Weapon buffs, I click it, it buffs my damage, I click my weapon, enemy dies.
Okay, so buffs it is.
Leodis_Abnobos says, buffs.
Buffalo. Oh, I have like thing. Hell yeah. Upgrade that shit. Oh, it's already maxed, so why max it even further? Okay. Ooh, 111 critical severity. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, never mind.
Arcanoloth says, yeah, so you have ambush, trajectory bending, battle strats is okay filler but we can do better.
Can do better. I need to line them up.
Leodis_Abnobos says, did you see Archer's chest? Buff. His speech. Buffs.
Yeah.
Arcanoloth says, check under Iconian rep, I think photonic overcharge might be interesting.
It's ground, so ground gear.
Arcanoloth says, motion accelerator buffs melee, if we ever use the mind meld device.
Decrease severity. Oh, I like that. Look at that. Photonic overcharge. That's nice. Let's get that. What you got there, Archie? Fleet voucher refined. Okay, refined would have to be. Only 125? Really? Why so low? I thought everything was like 250 or whatever. It's like half. Weird, but okay. Interesting.
Arcanoloth says, hooray rep gear discount.
Where'd that come from? Is everything like that right now? In a day or two. They didn't even ask me to use any of these probe things. That's weird. Is the fleet in like a discount thing? 65 level fleet. Non-civilian. Con officer. They con people. Station.
Arcanoloth says, yup, rep modules are cheaper than the ground sets.
Okay. I never knew anything about like actual modules to use for ground because I barely do anything with the reputation system. I get it leveled up and that's about it. If I need a ship, I like collect all these like module things or something. Retrain token, I never use those and never care for much for vanity shields. I did get all the armor stuff or whatever per my little characters there on the my main character there. Iconian. Run, run, Rudolph, Santa's gotta make it to town. It's like Christmas. Playing with magic. toys and tauntauns. Collect a reward. Alright. Let's lock that in so we don't like use it up. Ah, damn, I'm out of spaces. Photonic overcharge, sir. We'll try them out and stuff. What's that? Can that really be upgraded? Nope. It has to stay that way. Okay.
Arcanoloth says, temporal rep has a direct damage option. Graniton microtorps.
Micro torpedoes? What? I wanted to kind of stay true to the show, like, you know, what could be used. Because, yeah, Archer's motivation or something like that, good idea. You know, to, like, talk people into things or whatever.
Arcanoloth says, sounds like the kind of thing Archer would say heck yet. Arcanoloth says, but yet I'm struggling for themed options.
Yeah, that's what I wanted to do with the Archer, you know, keep him as his TV self. Except the whole ship thing, because tier 1ing it that long, it was a struggle. So he did need a ship upgrade, but other than that, you know, do what you can with the ground is what I say.
Arcanoloth says, would Archer call in an orbital strike?
With the phase cannons?
Arcanoloth says, T1 was a struggle yet. Leotis_Abnoba says, you didn't get legendary Ent?
No, I don't have any legendary ships yet. What I do have and what I was using, or what Arcanoloth and I were using, let me go to him, was the old Enterprise, my light escort NX-01.
Leotis_Abnoba says, he blew up a mountain on an asteroid.
But I was using this for a long time, even like TFOs and stuff, just to, you know, be using it. And it had a lot more hull because of what I was doing to it, but and only like just 1 or 2 little spots, so it kind of got to where I couldn't. So I got the refit instead because it's the closest thing to the legendary that I can get, and I gave it the legendary weapon sets and stuff of that nature. I still have not gone Lobby.
Arcanoloth says, protomatter munition deployment is 5 mil on exchange. Designates an area on the target. A moment later, kinetic damage from the sky. Arcanoloth says, radiation.
Radiation. Wow. Damage to target stuff. Of course, he's got all these junk ships too that I never used really. Just to kind of get him going, just to have. But this is him. What the hell? Why do I have that in here? So you can definitely tell I've been using these ships. Look at this. Nothing.
Arcanoloth says, check gamma rep for a kit module. Leotis_Abnoba says, Admiral cards. Arcanoloth says, I forgot about that one.
Gamma? Gamma. Yeah, Gamma's got the little tiny ship. Why don't I have the little ship? Oh yeah, it's right, because Archer won't have the little tiny ship. That's why.
Arcanoloth says, although newer reps have kit modules, some are more interesting than others.
What's this? Run speed bonus. Yay. Team damage. Physical kinetic environment. Yeah. Ah, look at that. 1,500. Let's get that just to use it.
Arcanoloth says, speed and DMG hooray.
Hooray! Huzzah! Sark. What the fuck? Oh. What the hell? What in the hell's going on right here?
Arcanoloth says, Archer is going to slap some people.
It's gonna slap them. Hello, pink skin. That's what I think of every time that he call. I have the what is it?
Arcanoloth says,
Nimbus Pirates.
what specs does the first 2 officers on the away team have?
The lowest possible. Malcolm in the middle. Specs like traits. Skills. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Malcolm in the middle. Sir. 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 Sir.
Leodis_Abnoba says, OMYYYY.
Oh my.
Arcanoloth says, ITLLB under their skills yet, they can train specs with manuals.
Oh, you mean these things? Specializations? I haven't given him any, because he's just a regular Starfleet Tactical Bridge Officer. I didn't know if I was going to trade him out for an upgraded version, you know, later.
Arcanoloth says, many of the spec skills are more interesting than what their class gets, so we can spice them up a little.
Stealth module. He never had stealth. The hell, I need to change that. I need to buy up a bunch of just the training manuals and just have them in there for stuff. Just to swap it out and test it.
Oh yeah, if you are not sure if you will upgrade later, then just stick to basic class skills.
Yeah, because that's what I'm doing on my main character, is kind of replacing a lot of the other, like I had an archer on my main character,
Arcanoloth
and
says,
now I have a better one.
But Tax can train battle strats, target optics, fire on my mark to debuff enemies.
Mako.
Leodis_Abnoba says, get him in Mako gear.
Right?
Arcanoloth says, Overwatch for DMG resist.
Yeah, because he was all about that Mako, whatever. Overwatch.
Arcanoloth says, Size can healbot and tricorder scan enemies.
Because he doesn't need a photon grenade.
Arcanoloth says, NGs can build a wall of drones to shoot stuff.
Yo, Trip. That's right, he does right now. Mortar fabrication. Medical generator.
Arcanoloth says, yeah, and basic training manuals are cheap.
So he's regular too. Combat supply. Combat supply 2, no. Deploy plasma, no.
Arcanoloth says, then if you want to spend more later, go ham with specs.
I think what I need to do, like since I have all this available expertise and stuff like that, and some credits, is go to the manual officer, you know, and get just the basic manual set for each one of these, the 2 that I use on the ground, just to have them, and then maybe craft the other ones with my other tunes and stuff like that, the level 3 stuff, just so when I'm over at Dyson I can test out things. Freeze armor, turret fabrication, more quick fix would be, well, it's not really a thing. Who cares about
Arcanoloth says, NPC will sell all you need yet, no need for rank 3 stuff. Leodis_Abnoba says, Trip needs electric looking skills like fuse armor.
Fuse armor? Captain.
Arcanoloth says, I train all the basic class stuff the NPC has so I don't have to go back and forth.
Yeah, that's the thing.
Leodis_Abnoba says, he will survive it this time.
He will survive. You're talking about his so-called death?
Arcanoloth says, quick fix buffs ranged DMG.
Well, does it actually do something worth having? I didn't know that.
Leodis_Abnoba says, LOL yup.
Well, there's rumor that Trip didn't die. You know, he just was knocked way unconscious and tore up real bad, you know, like burned and stuff. But then Section 31 takes him in and surgically alters him or something like that to go covert or whatever, so he actually lived. I don't know where I heard that rumor story thing or whatever. I don't know if it's supposed to be like the 5th season stuff, or I don't know. But yeah. Sabotage would be
Leotis
good.
underscore Abnoba says, I think it's in the book. Braga stated the death was a mistake.
Braga. Sabotage 2 would be good to have.
Leotis underscore Abnoba says, he wanted to go out on a bang.
Bang! Anything sabotage is good whenever you're dealing with the Voth mechs and stuff like that. Repurchase escape pod.
Arcanoloth says, Command Spec has some nice buffs, Intel and Temporal have some direct DMG and debuff options.
So what I'm going to do, okay, I'm going to go to wherever that guy is. He's usually in Admiral Quinn's basement. Admiral Quinn's basement. Damn it. That made me laugh again. Hello down here, sir. Hello, sir. How you doing there, sir? Okay, engineering ground. Ah, crap. I always forget about that. Trip.
Leotis underscore Abnoba says, I play more for fun. So take my advice with grains of salt.
Yeah, I take everybody's advice into consideration. Let's see. He's got just the basic stuff there. So, shield recharge. We'll get that.
Arcanoloth says,
How much room
now
do I
I'm
have?
imagining Terran Quinn has a sex dungeon in his basement. Wake up the gimp, he's sleeping well, wake him up.
Oh, shit.
Leotis underscore Abnoba says, OMG LOL.
Damn. Those things are really cheap anyway. What do I have here? Turret fabrication. Okay, so I don't need that one then. I gotta take it slow because I don't have room really. Take it slow and easy, son. Slow and easy. Reroute power to shields. Oh yeah, well whatever you're talking about back there in the background. Okay.
Arcanoloth says,
Generator.
I just found out temporal ground armor buffs dots and hazards by 25%. Testing that on my science officer.
Reroute. Reroute. That. Don't need that. Cover shield. Okay, it's gotta say it. Inventory full. Yeah, I kind of figured. Okay.
Arcanoloth says, props still better to run Burnham armor and spike things down right away, but hey dots.
Dots. You talking about the little droid things running around? Equipment diagnostics. Equipment diagnostics. Equipment diagnostics here, but medical generator fabricator. Is that gonna be in the last one? I think so.
Leotis underscore Abnoba says, yeah, good pets. Arcanoloth says, well yeah, the droid are also called dots. Arcanoloth says, but before that, dot equals damage over time.
Aha! I knew it!
Leotis underscore Abnoba says, dots, 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 okay stop dots.
Dots, 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 dots. That's about it. Dots. Okay. Support drone.
Arcanoloth says,
Got it.
remember kids, only you can prevent plasma fires.
And Malcolm. Go ahead and get Malcolm. Tactical. Yes, sir. No, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Leotis underscore Abnoba says, that was an old World of Warcraft joke. Dots, 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 dots. Sort.
Okay, he does have like a. Okay, I accidentally deleted something before. How is it that I stored so many of those and I didn't use them? That's very interesting. Very, very interesting. Okay. Skill, sweeping strikes, draw fire, photon, and photon. Inventory full. Of course it is. Could have sworn I bought so many with Trip, and now I can't even get damn one of them. Okay. I can't get even one in there. Okay. Right there. Learn that. Okay, next I got lunge 1 is there, so I do not need lunge 1, even though it's probably not gonna be there. I've never seen him lunge. That's the he's never used lunge. Unless I haven't actually noticed or something. Battle strategies and target optics. Well, there's lunge 1. Okay, suppressing fire, smoke grenade. He doesn't need that, but I'm gonna put it on there anyway. Gonna put it on there anyway.
Arcanoloth says, officers do not melee properly, so lunge and sweeping strikes and RP skills for them. Arcanoloth says, anything that requires positioning, they will find a way to fuck it up. Arcanoloth says, anything they can spam while standing in a fire and benefit the team, that's a good idea for them.
I can just imagine Malcolm standing there.
Leodis_Abnoba says, dots, 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 the system is down, the system is down, dots, dots, dots.
It's like Malcolm and Archer out in the wilderness together. Sir, I got this knife right here. Let me have that, Malcolm. I can kick down the... let me do that, Malcolm. But, sir, I can be helpful. Here, just put this bubble wrap around you.
Arcanoloth says, enough stow for me.
Yeah, I'm about to...
Leodis_Abnoba says, sounds like show anyway.
Motion accelerator 1, might as well. Did I get it? I don't know. I double clicked it, probably didn't. Tries again.
Arcanoloth says, with those modules on Archer and the officer skills fixed, he should rip and tear next time.
Okay. Did I have anything left over that I accidentally got? Yep, look at all these. Okay. Tactical ambush 1. Ah, damn it, I already had it. Shit. Okay. I need to get rid of that shit. Okay. And stealth module 1. Yeah, stealth module 2. Maybe go back then. Already had that one. Okay, discard. Alright. Okay, I have that. I have those when I go back, then I can do that. But for now, I'm going to jump over to my main character.
Leodis_Abnoba says, client needs me. I might be back Megjate not.
Gotcha.
Crazy night.
Crazy. Mister. Okay. So let's get these endeavors done with my captain. Grounds and Kathy. Where's that at? Signs importance, I think. There's some grounds and Kathy. There's only 10 of them, so that's good. It's not 60. Got a fight of your life when you got 60 of them to do. Takes for damn long. I think this is it. Already looks right. Mister. Yes, it is. Yeah, okay, alright. Captain, I just found a dollar bill. Tucked away.
traces lead into the valley.
It was between my legs,
Oh,
Captain.
I see. They followed the waterfall.
Oi!
Lights
Yoy!
here are causing a lot of interference.
Scan
We
the
should take
area.
another set of scans to get our bearings.
We got our bearings all mixed up.
True warrior.
So there's this archer,
You will not stop us.
which is my archer, but an earlier version of him. He still has the weapon. Dun, 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 dun,
Arcanaloth
dun.
says, haha,
Dun, 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 bananas and pajamas. I'm trying to find him. I am the king of the mountain. This is my king of the hill, son. Okay, we're done shooting them. Let's get out of here. Okay.
So, there are some Zinkethi with a taste for battle.
Shut up. Shut up. Tony
Scans
Todd,
indicate
shut
they
the hell
took
up.
the path to the east.
Captain here. Everybody beam up while you're running. Alpha Quadrant. See, my archer here, I need to give him other stuff, I guess, eventually. He just has something temporary anyway. His skills, I haven't really done anything with. He's got an ambush. Fire on my mark, draw fire, scatter volley. Why does he have scatter volley? I don't even... It doesn't matter. He's not like in charge or anything. Or is he? Stations? He is in charge. Well, he doesn't have that. Okay, so never mind. Beams fire at will. Augmented boarding party because I was getting ships for the thingy at the time. So that's why I have that enabled. I probably can just take it off of there now. Because I don't have beam overload listed. Status. Toilet prize. That's a good... Oh, I do have something. I do have beams overload. Somebody's got beams overload. They're letting me use it. Okay, anyway. Destroy Indian ships, battle zone. Okay. Ah, damn it. And of course, we're all the way the fuck over here. Okay. Every time. Every damn time. We're on the other side of the map all the time. We need to be over here. Well, we're millions of miles away. Oh, Discovery went through the Great Galactic Barrier. Congratulations to them. I watched a video on YouTube, and it says Star Trek Discovery doesn't know its own canon or whatever when it comes to that. It said Undine, right? They don't know that they've been there twice already. Undine, Undine, do, Undine, Undine. Da, 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 da. What does the map look like? Let's see. One directly in front of us is good. The one behind it, probably better. One to the side looks like no one's there. Because this one looks like somebody's actually doing something. And I don't want to interrupt them. Faster, mister. Faster! 164.01. We can go faster than that. I want warp speed in here now, mister. Warp speed inside of the stations here. They warp out any direction, so they poke a hole through it every time. What's it matter? You can imagine, like, if it actually did that. Like, every time you warped, it'd just kill it. The atmosphere starts leaking out. In a day or two. Oh, wait, that damn impulse engine. Okay. I thought it left again. Activate? Hell no, I'm just gonna let them respawn. What the fuck? Fire truck. What the fire truck's going on around here? There's that little boost I was looking for a while ago. Kaboom, mister. Nice F shot. Fire. Fire, mister, fire. Dun 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 dun. Sausage and gravy eats on top of the toast bread. And sometimes I swear the firing just does not happen when you want it to on here. Please state the nature of the matters. Oh yay, somebody's here. Time to find another area. Because they're going to want to advance this stuff. Not actually. Ah, damn it. Okay. Yep, I'm out. Okay, let me go find another one. So I care zero about advancing this area. The longevity of playing the Undine Battle Zone versus, like, you know, like you get to the end game part of it, the payout is not really that great. It's kind of like the Zinkethi one. You do all that stuff, you know, get it all captured and stuff. And at the very end, it's like, here's your 20 marks. Hope you have a good day. Like, no. I'm going to pay off more than that bullshit. Fuck you. But yeah. Bitty bitty ching ching, bitty ching ching, bitty bitty ching ching. Kaboom! Kaboom! Keep boom, senor. We're gonna get your ass, son. Faster, damn it. I want to be on the other side of the map, and I want to be over there tomorrow. Wow. Ship's under attack, my ass. Ah, you son of a bitch. You son of a bitch. You'll kick my ass like you're black and live. Ah, fuck you. Damn it. Yeah, another instance out there that nobody's in. Hey, there's one player in that one. That's nice. I'm just going for endeavors. I'm not going for helping. Because I'm a team player. I play for myself. We're a one-man team. We. I always think Jonathan Winters sometimes, because he was hilarious at, like, making characters and stuff. I mean, he inspired Robin Williams to be, like, you know, that's like his mentor type person. And they were on Mork and Mindy together. So I just, in my head, when I'm playing around with voices and stuff, I just imagine Jonathan Winters saying it. Because he had a knack for doing that. Ow, he shot me in the ass, you hole. That's not fun. Got me penetrated in the ass over here. The Penetrator. I can name a ship that. Come on, pick up the pace, mister. I swear that momentum thing is not working from that. I don't see the speed boost. Let's use this speed boost, mister. It's like everything slows down in the Dyson Sphere. I think the Dyson Sphere is bigger than space on here. My ship always fights every time it does evasive maneuvers. That's on purpose, though. It's a design, not flaw. Or as the guy would say on Ancient Aliens, it's a design plus, not a flaw. The aliens would come down and shoot somebody in the ass, and they would enjoy it. Aliens. And those hair plugs. I press the button and it goes slow. Where's my photonic officer at? Is that him? Yeah, okay. Okay, yeah, okay. I need to move him down there to the buffs and stuff or whatever thing and move the torpedoes closer. Then I gotta do it for every damn one of them because I got all these weapon set things on this one character. Dun 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 dun. Ba-da-da-da-da-da-dun, ba-da-da-da-dun. Please burn the stake of the nature of the medicine merchant. She's actually stitched. Nikor bioship. Fluidic space makes you wonder what kind of fluid is there. Semen, sir. What? That's not very funny. Oh my. Johnny's daddy had an anal fissure when he was 8 years old. He was struggling on the toilet. Then he had a hole. Johnny looked at his dad and said, "Do I need to call the ambulance?" His dad looked down and told him, "Maybe you really need to, 'cause I'm in pain." Ah, damn it. Okay. Johnny's daddy had an anal fissure when he was 8 years old. That makes you wonder, was the dad 8 years old when he had it, or was Johnny 8 years old when his dad had the anal fissure? You see how that works with the wordplay. You don't know unless it's specifically given to you, the information that's not there. Let's hurry this along and go faster. Okay, get out of the damn way. We don't really care about fighting you anymore. Thing, okay, ship, thing, person. Okay, you can go away now. You can go away. Hey, you're gone. Good, good deal. Good deal. Good deal, pickle. Good deal. Alright. Well, he's trying to come back. Yep. Okay. Well, alright. Okay. Okay, I think he gave up. I got too high up in the sky here. The weather here in the Dyson Undine battle zone is a little foggy. Slight chance of flying debris everywhere from ship explosions. You might want to roll those windows up or get an umbrella. Yep. Head warp factor 1. That's the title. The title of the video. A head warp factor 1. The head warp factor 1, Mr. Endeavor is flashing. Oh boy! Max hull, of course. We're buying it out. We've maxed that one out. Yay. Oh, yay. Critical chance space is next for 1. Drain resistance. Critical severity. I'll do that one before I do a lot of these, because I want these criticals up there in the world. Okay. Alright. Let's see, and do this. Exchange. Take off that. And then 56000. Okay. Got the event done for that. Campaign progress 500. What about average that? I think. What is the average for? See, this is 4 more, so that's 700 times 7, 14, 21. Okay, 20. Yeah, okay. So you'd have to get to right there. All right. I was just curious again. I mean, I've known this. It just been a while. A while. Wow. All right. Go to Gary to get his shit out of the way for the night. Gary and his shit. He has a bowel problem, and anal Fisher himself, Gary the Klingon. Collect that. We're going to keep that on Gary, though. We're not going to use it up. Reputation, son of a bitch. Okay, collect, 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 collect. Recollect. Recollect. Nah. The hell was that? Okay. Alright.
HATE3K says, hey.
Hey, man, what's up? See, you was watching in the game. We're on Easy Street, and it feels so sweet. I'm about to end the broadcast very soon. Very, very soon. Competitive. Competitive. Does this have anything about reputation system as far as
HATE3K says, yes, you missed one. My messages EA or liar.
I saw the one you had mentioned down here, but that was a while ago. Flight for Gory, random queues. I don't care nothing about no random queues.
HATE3K says, the one before that.
Oh, yeah. I don't have the chat box all the way open all the time. What did you say? I'm sorry though if I missed it. Hunter's Instinct. I still have not done that completely. 91. There's nothing about getting anything up there actually for reputation. That's sad. Well, sad. That's very sad. Very, very sad. Very sad indeed. Very sad. Hey, if you're gonna be doing any pointing down there, I'm gonna be a pointer. Fuck you. Listen here, lady. I'm gonna point at you.
HATE3K says, it was about the Photonic Overcharger Kit module from Rep.
Photonic Overcharger Kit module from Reputation. Yeah. Did you mention it before?
HATE3K says, little later Arkanolarth mentioned it. Hee.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Well, I'm sorry that I missed that. I sometimes just have this minimized to where I don't see it, but I did hear the message thing beep, and I thought it was someone behind me in the game. It was beeping.
HATE3K says, all good.
Yeah, you gotta catch my attention sometimes, because I don't pay attention. So I have to like go back through my own little recording here and re-watch it to get to what people are talking to me about in the game and what to do. Now later on I come back into the game when I'm not streaming and adjust and stuff too.
OXNYX053 says, paying attention costs too much.
That's right, attention costs too much. I'm world's worst too. I have a comprehension problem as it is, so that's why in school I was called retarded. 70. No, a little slow.
OXNYX053 says, and Gary, heal.
Gary the Klingon. Available on all Klingon televisions this summer. The Adventures of Gary the Klingon. See, 40, 20, 20, 28. Ew. I don't think that's going to actually work. 40 shoots that there. And 20, 20, 24, 28. Another 40 to 80. No, this is not going to work out for these ships. Because then 28's not going to get anywhere close. And I'm not going to skip. I know a lot of people would just put a shuttle in there and let it skip it. But I want to actually, do these. Ooh, 2,000 dilithium. Nice. But I do it the odd way. I don't think about it. I just click on these damn things until they're done. Let's see, Klingon. So the faction, if I get it up to 10, that's a achievement thing. And Ox, you've been there quiet. I saw you say something earlier, and I laughed about it and stuff. And things that you were talking about, and things, and stuff, and things. There we go. 50,000. That's not bad. Is this? Can I do 95? 43, 52, 33, 62's there. Start out with that one. Let's see, and 24, 56 right there. And finish off with this guy. Yes, okay, that maxed it out. Good deal. How many more spaces do I have? I could swear.
OXNYX053 says, found a console streamer how just started a PC Klingon recruit.
Oh wow, that must be fun. You watching him struggle, having to.
OXNYX053 says, who, not how.
I kind of gather the who. It is weird how and who have the same letter, though. I never thought about that. Dang, I'm getting distracted again. I cannot keep an attention span for 5 seconds. Look at that squirrel. Okay, I think I've got that. I don't think I can get 100 out of that. 46. Okay, yeah, I can. Okay. 62. Right there. Okay, 28. Anything bigger than 28? 30. Yes. Okay.
OXNYX053 says, teamed up, level matched them, and auto melted stuff.
Nice. So you helping them out, huh? That's cool. Why did they just make the switch over to PC? Did they say? Gary the Klingon. It's Gary the Klingon. He is mean and he mean Gary the Klingon. He has 2 wives and 5,000 kids. No, Gary the Klingon. What's that? Oh yeah, I can like a mission or some shit, right? Gary the Klingon. Gary the Klingon. He's constipated. Gary's constipated. That's why he's got that face. Okay. Jumping over to, let's see, who else? Suki Bayet. Just to collect some dilithium. I'm not going to do anything with her. I ain't going to do nothing with her. Contact real doll and have a doll made of these characters. Hell yeah! No. That would be wrong. What's she at anyway on this? New Ramalama Dingo Dongas. Oh.
OXNYX053 says, they didn't come out and say it was the UI but general gameplay was suggested. Like cloaking in combat crashes the game.
Like on the Xbox? Or the console they were playing? Bam balam. 2 all beef patties and some ham. Okay. I think I've covered everybody that's worth covering. Cold check. Nope. Gotta go to him.
OXNYX053 says, that is what they said.
Oh, okay. So they kind of got tired of it crashing, so they thought, let's go to his PC and create a character and check that out. As if it's not going to crash somehow, too. What are we good at? Crashing. Why are we good at it? Because the game sucks. Okay, there we go. It's unstable as anything. I'm curious about the door thing on Dyson for console. Like, if it has that animation problem. Because I think they just use the same files anyway. Like, they update something, they just send the update down the list eventually. Send it down to the consoles. Hang on. Research lab. Shields, engineering. Yeah, we'll go for engineering. No, we didn't want to do that. Damn it. Fuck. Okay. Well, anyway. Oh, some tight britches you got there, lady. Oh, hello. I think I am done for the evening. Gotta wake up and go to work early again because we started that remodel.
HATE3K says, mine's better.
Mine's better? We have that remodel starting tomorrow, so it's gonna be all hands on deck to do that shit. They cheated and put an invisible ramp there. That way you think you're actually climbing up some stairs right there, but you're not. I had to do that for the Master Chief too on Halo. Anytime he runs up something that looks like steps, it's an invisible ramp because he can't walk up steps. Master Thief. But yeah.
HATE3K says, I'm at the Academy if you want to see it.
The Academy? Like Klingon Academy?
HATE3K says, yes, KDF for life.
KDF for life. Transporter Chief, send me down to the planet. Down to the planet. Current map. There are currently 21 players on this map. This map has 21 characters on it. Currently there are 22 players on this map. None of which are here. Which one are yous? Which one are you down here? Are you in the building down here? Hanoka. That one seems familiar. Is that... No, that can't be you. You'd be leveled up all the way if that were you. Some peck lightning, very, very frightening me. Galileo. Ah! Okay. Oh, yes! This character. I remember this character. He had like a different uniform, you think? Or was that the other one? Dang it, so many character. Where do you get all that anyway? It's like that's like the what Ryza shorts probably. Larissa, Larissa, is that you, Larissa? You owe me money. No, I'm kidding. Okay.
HATE3K says that my KDF recruit.
I bet she's an alien. Yes. Dr. Master. Alien trying to pose as a Terran.
HATE3K says, Risa top and bundle bottom.
Gotcha.
HATE3K says, LOL.
Oh, damn it. Sparks are flying. Ball lightning.
HATE3K says, sparks flying.
Alrighty. With that being said, I think it is time for me to part. So I need to... I want to watch something, but I can't. I have to go to bed, damn it. But, thank you for popping in, everybody that shows up. Really appreciate that. And Streamlabs has crashed.
Have good one.
Cool. I gotta close Streamlabs to make it stop recording, because apparently it's locked out. I can't click buttons. I can't even access the thing to... Anyway.
OXNYX053 says, well, good night, glad to spend some time here. And I did lurk.
Yes, you was liking. I don't even know how many people may have come or not. I'm whoever comes and goes, it doesn't matter really. I mean, I'm just here for anybody that wants to watch. But yeah, I'm gonna have to figure out how to close this out and stop the recording. And I guess shutting it completely down. So good night, everybody. Bye bye.